Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for the Avengers, issue 17, 2023. Really awesome cover there with Storm, and then the Avengers around in the crackling of the lightning. Now, Storm and artist Valerio Shitty joined the Avengers. It's like, we'll have to see how this works out. Now, Storm, does pop up in this, but she's not as big as a focus as the cover kind of lets you get. I do like that it's kind of at least not like completely over the head kind of stuff, but we'll get there eventually kind of bit. And we've got weapon extraction going on. Part 6 of 8. So let us get into this. Western Russia, the Ural Mountains 2 weeks prior to the Blood Hunt. And we see a big old kaboom-ass thing going on. We're like, what the hell? Let me move that a little out there. Sorry if the glare's kind of going a little bit gnarly with that, but it's like, what the fuck's going on there? So then we shift to the Impossible City, Earth orbit now. There's something that we need to talk about. We failed. Respectfully, I disagree. I'd like to hear your reasoning, T'Challa, as we see the Avengers pretty much, going over and trying to figure out what's kind of going on. And I'm like, ooh, Tony's armor. The thing is, I know that there's not a lot of fine face detail. I mean, Carol's looks really good there, but we have this kind of inconsistent thing going on with the art throughout here with certain kind of faces. So we shift off and we see T'Challa. The sun shines again. The world still spins. And humanity and the other thinking species we share the globe with survives and thrives. We defeated Varney, we defeated the vampires. It never should have happened, T'Challa. We should never have allowed it to happen. And it's like, I get Carol, but sometimes I'm leaning more on T'Challa's kind of side with this. It's like, but the thing is, sometimes crazy ass shit happens, and we have to make the best of that situation. Thousands of people died. Thousands. Billions were saved. Carol, we're talking about an extinction-level event that we stopped. And I like Wanda's look there, but then we go over to Carol, and her face just looks really kind of weird, even from like what we've seen up above. We're the Avengers, Wanda. Extinction-level events are what we do. Tribulation events. Remember those? The cataclysms Kang warned us about? We contain the Ashen Combine with a minimal loss of life. That was the first tribulation event. The fall of the Impossible City, but then the Blood Hunt, Kang's endless night, and Carol just looks really weird there, and I don't mind her shouting and whatnot. It's just art throws me off on certain things. We owe this world a duty if we dare call ourselves Avengers. Thousands dead instead of billions is still a failure. Close enough is not enough. On top of that, Doctor Doom is the Sorcerer Supreme of Earth. Spider-Man, the kid one, is a vampire, and speaking of vampires, they can walk around in the sunlight now. I'm glad that's all done, as we see Carol walk off. It's like, yeah, that sounds pretty gnarly. Take 5, everyone, I'll talk to her. She's right, though, going to Sam. And we get some interesting stuff going on with this issue. The Southern United States, Gainesville, Florida, 1 week before the Blood Hunt. I don't understand. It's simple. In 10 days, you're going to bring this to the local news. In return for this small service, you'll be paid handsomely in advance. Is that? Yes. Solid gold. I don't know its precise worth, but suffice to say it's enough. This ain't going to get me into trouble? No, but it is something that the people deserve to know. Not that I'm going to understand, but what's stopping me from keeping... stopping me from keeping the gold and tossing the drive? Nothing, I suppose, but I'll know. It's like, ooh, what the fuck's going on here with this dude? And it looks like Hyperion. Now, so, bet you want to drink right now. I always want to drink. That's the problem. Don't I know it? Which is how I know I'm right. Step 4, a searching and fearless moral inventory of our lives. I'm always repeating that process. That's how I know that I didn't do enough during the Blood Hunt, that none of us did. Don't quote the 12 steps to me. I'm the one who read them to you the first time. It's as your sponsor that I'm asking you this. Is this really about your moral inventory? Or are you trading one addiction for another? And I really actually kind of like Well, one, I like how the paneling is all kind of interspersed throughout. We're like boop, boop, boop. But I really like Tony bringing this up. You want to clarify that for me, Tony? Addicts know about guilt, Carol. We know about we know about guilt, but guilt can be an addiction too, and it goes down easy because it feels like you're doing right. And I like Tony kind of bringing that up. Sometimes you're like, yes, it's always my fault, and you kind of have to watch out for that way of thinking. And then we get to T'Challa having a really kind of cool and enlightening conversation with the Impossible City. This is important. I haven't had the chance to ask, how are you, City? I'm fine, T'Challa. City, it's been a difficult time for all of us. It is all right to talk about it. You're one of us. We care about you. I was frightened and hurt. The vampire Cruel compromised my systems badly, but more than that, to become the home, the tool to monsters again. My mind couldn't take it. I thought I would go mad. I totally get that there. My consciousness retreated. I became a dumb thing. I responded only to your commands because I knew you. Even though you were, yes, I was compromised as well. Made as much a tool of Varney as you were. But you trusted me, and despite being under the influence of vampiric hypnosis, I apologize for my actions. I actually really like this with T'Challa. This is really humanizing for him, and him not being like dick mode or confrontational mode that you sometimes get. Now, granted, I don't mind those aspects. Sometimes that plays into T'Challa's strengths very well for what objective he's attempting to accomplish. But here, the softness that he has with the Impossible City is nice. I think about how I could have helped, should have helped. I could have mobilized my plastoids, driven them away, but I was frightened. City, you are an intelligent being who was badly hurt and traumatized by monsters in the past, and now again, just recently. Your reactions were understandable. Thank you, T'Challa. And I like that. We should prepare for the future, however. As Avengers, we are all targets. Enemies will come for us again. For example, the Twilight Court. Yes, I wanted to speak to you about that, T'Challa. I was terribly confused when that happened. In Avengers 7 through 10, confused? Yes. Well, you see, I didn't register any enemy combatants. I didn't know who you were fighting. My sensors could not perceive them at all. That's... Ooh. Either that means that the Impossible City was like these heroes had been a part of the city, and or like within its databanks, like, or some other kind of effect was going on. And I like T'Challa's look of like, the fuck's going on here, so I cannot wait to learn more about that. And then we pop off to Wanda. Vision, have you seen Sam? Oh, hello Wanda. Vision, what is this? Something the city and I have been working on. As synthetics, we are both fascinated by organic life. As such, we have begun a garden here in orbit. Creating a biome presents particular challenges, of course, but it has been extremely gratifying. It's beautiful. Thank you. I was just assessing any damage from Varney's occupation. Vision, I value your counsel more than perhaps any other. What do you make of Carol's statements and Sam's agreement? I grieve at the loss of life, of any loss of life, but I don't see how self-flagellation helps the living or the dead. I'm like, yes, I agree with Wanda there. There's got to be a balance of it. As we see the really awesome looking plants and everything. I'm like, it's really kind of cool that Vision and the Impossible City would do that kind of project. Wanda, you know me better than any other human. I cannot help but agree with Carol. Why is that? Ah, yes, I understand. I'm a synthetic. Despite the engram overlays that make up who I am, my core is machinery. My mind is computational. You are correct. Thousands of lives lost in the face of billions is a favorable outcome. But I strive to be more than machinery and computation. I always have. I have tried to explore what makes me a person, an unknowable, vast, unquantifiable amount of data, and the thought of thousands of sets of similarly complex data lost, destroyed, killed. I cannot see that as anything other than a grave loss, a failure. And I kind of like both sides. It's like, you can understand it being a failure, but there's kind of wallowing in the failure and then taking action from the failure. Like, don't flagellate yourself like Wanda's saying. Be like, we shouldn't have let this happen, but out of all of the horrendous outcomes, it could have been worse. So we have to figure out ways to mitigate that for the next time. And I really love seeing Vision and Wanda embracing like that. The Cooper Belt, Pluto. Now, this was my last resort. I had hoped to find lucidity here. I thought that the drifts of methane snow would offer me cold clarity. I was wrong. There is no truth here, no more than there was on Earth. Time to return. Time to return and end it. And you just get more looking of like, what the fuck is going on here? Definitely looking Hyperion like it's blasting off. And now we're at Atlanta. Thanks for agreeing to see me. It's been too long, Sam. The Agatha Harkness thing, right? Avengers Annual 2023. It's like, yeah, that fucking thing. Yes, messy time. Oof, tell me about it. So, what brings you to here, Sam? It's like, this is kind of interesting. They're, seeing how they kind of look. I kind of like Storm's look here. Something I wanted to talk to you about, Aurora. Do you feel like flying? Oh, Sam. I always feel like flying, and it's really kind of cool to see them flying off like that. You look troubled, Sam. What is it? Avengers business. We're trying to figure out if we failed the world during the Blood Hunt. Hardly something for me to weigh in on, Sam. Humor me. Please. I could use an outside perspective. Was there any warning that you ignored? And I really kind of like her going through like this. I don't think so. And you fought, and did you fight back with any reservation? None. Then, to my mind, you, the Avengers, did everything you could. It was a terrible time, but you and I are no strangers to terrible times. I have fought in a war on an alien world, Sam. I know that even winning brings with it terrible losses. Damn straight, Aurora. It's like really kind of cool to see them flying off like that. Now, granted, the art with Sam's wings, I gotta say, is really on point. Just really strange stuff with faces sometimes. A hard truth is that there are simply times when you cannot save everyone, but that does not mean you do not try. Exactly. Even if it means your blood on the ground, even if it means your spirit leaving your body, you try. That is all you can do. That is all the Avengers can do. That is all any of us can do. It was a lot easier when I was the Falcon. To be Captain America, it's no small thing to wear a flag. It carries meaning, both good and bad. But you wear it well. Thank you. And I'm like, yay! I agree. Sam definitely does. But then we get into a different kind of conversation. Have I put your mind at ease about that? Yes. But it doesn't change that we have failed. Oh. We're the Avengers. We stand for every thinking being on this planet. Not just humans, but synthetics, Atlanteans, lava men, moloids, and mutants. We failed your people. We should never have let Orcus get as strong as it did. Orcus outmaneuvered my entire species, Sam. I don't know what the Avengers could have done. Doesn't matter. We're the Avengers. The warnings were there, and we had reservations, which were the conditions for failure you just quoted me. It shouldn't have happened. It will not again. Of that I can assure you. It's like, ooh. Yes. The Avengers have to stand for mutants the same way we do for everyone else. We need mutant representation. We need a mutant voice. I'd like for you to be that voice for us. Storm, I'd like you to join the Avengers. And I really like that page of her being like, it's like, ooh, let's see how this works. Gainesville, Florida. Yo! I got this from some weirdo out front. He said a superhero gave it to him to bring to us. A superhero? In Florida? What, did they restart command? It's what he said. Do you want it or not? Sure, what the hell. My virus protection is up to date. Let's see what this is about. Is that? Get the boss. He's going to want to see this. It's like, okie dokie. Everyone is going to want to see this. 'Tis a fine cooking pit, city. Thank you, Thor. Are you well, Thor? My nature is is a god's nature, city. Mountains have been split by my laughter. Islands have been drowned by my griefs. I am sore beset as of late. I think I understand. Wait, Thor, there's a transmission from Earth that I believe is to be important. Do you know what it's like to have so much to offer the world but have no place in it? What in? As we start seeing what's going on here. Now, granted, this is pretty good. Even though Thor's faces are a little bit weird with shadows and lighting, but it still works out. Then we get, my name is Hyperion. I was the Earth's greatest hero, and I saved it time and time again. I lived in a world that was good. I lived in a world that made sense. A world where I loved and was loved. It's like, yeah. That world was a lie. Everything I knew, everything I had done was a lie. Heroes Reborn 2021. Captain Marvel to the Avengers. Priority alert. And if my world was a lie, what did that make me? If your world is real, then I am a lie. If I am real, then it's your world that is a lie. It's like, oh, sweet jeez, this is not good. We see Carol calling to action, which is kind of a little bit weird. Well, not weird that she's calling to action. It's just like, okay, that is an interesting expression. I like T'Challa dropping his cup and running. I have no way to prove either, so I'm going to end both. That is not a logical conclusion. By the time you hear this, I will be approaching Earth at a significant portion of the speed of light on a collision course. And when I arrive, when I impact, what is lie and what is truth will no longer be relevant. Well, fuck you, buddy. I don't tell you this to frighten you. I tell you this so that you have time to make peace with whatever you hold important. Nothing can stop me. Hyperion out. As we see him rushing through, it's like, oh god, this will be interesting. And then we get Hyperion is headed straight for the Earth on a crash course collision. Can the Avengers, including Storm, deflect him before he destroys the entire world? It might take more than Earth's mightiest heroes to stop the speeding bullet. So it's time to call in the cavalry. Mutants and heroes all across the cosmos assemble. Yeah, I agree with that. And then it also shows off, also on sale next month, Avengers Assemble Issue 1 by Steve Orlando and Corey Smith, and Avengers Annual Issue 1 by Derek Landry and Salvador LaRocca. That one I got on pull. Oh, it's got like... Salvador's good. I like his stuff. Alright. Deadpool and Wolverine, Weapon Extraction, Part 6. Welcome to the multiverse. Me and Wolverine are traveling to alternate universes to find who's destroying them. And then we're killing them. Or at least that's the plan. As we see all these kind of weird places like mustachioed stuff. A weird kind of monkey one. OMG. We don't exactly know who we're supposed to kill. So they're just running around killing everything. Having fucking censoring things going on. So we've been killing, well, everyone, honestly. Not cool. Oh no, he didn't. Eventually, we're gonna hit on the right guy, literally, with a sword. And then he'll die. And all of these wacky alternate universes will stop collapsing. I mean, we've got little fucking Galactuses. It's all insane. It's like, what the fuck? It's like a smorgasbord of... Holy shit. It's been taking a while. Wait, have we killed a Thanos before? 178 universes back, yeah, so odds are this isn't our guy. Regardless to take out a Thanos. Wait, this ain't working. We just haven't found the right target. Maybe we need to think bigger. What if we raised armies and fought with them instead, kid? I'm serious, we haven't tried it. That could be the key. Okay, never mind. This was a ton of work for no benefit. As we see Deadpool's army and Wolverine's army, it's like, oh my god. It's like, sigh. It's like, what the fuck? It's all nuts. Okay, maybe if we fought each other, we did that at the start, Wade. Right. And I gotta admit, I'm barely holding back on doing it now, as it's like going all kind of gnarly and they get kind of like teleported. Look, I'm sorry, okay? I've been trying to figure out what we're supposed to do, and yeah, none of it has worked. But maybe, instead of complaining, you could help me figure out what to do in the next universe, yeah? Well, if that's what you want, then we got ourselves a problem, bub. Because near as I can tell, there ain't any universes left. Oh, fuck me. As they kind of get, like, shuddered into this, like, black void. So what are we supposed to do now? I told you this was a bad idea. You told me nothing! You have been nothing but an naysayer and a huge pain in my sculpted ass since we started. As he's trying to, like, grab at Wolverine. Oh, I'm the pain in the ass? You're the one who started this whole stupid thing with the portals. I swear if I had ammo, you'd be dead. As he's trying to slice him with a sword. Why don't you float yourself over here and we'll test that theory. And then we get... Honestly, I don't fucking know. Give me fucking Squirrel Girl vibes, but I don't know. I swear if I had any idea of what screw-ups you two are, I would have never given you this assignment. Sorry, who the fuck are you? Next, in the Spectacular Spider-Man issue 6, who the fuck she is? It's like, yeah, okay, weird little one there. So, I really enjoyed this issue because I liked the self-introspection that the Avengers were getting. Carol being like, we should have done more. And then certain members of the Avengers agreeing, like Vision and Sam, and T'Challa and Wanda being more along the lines of, it's still a kind of a victory because the world didn't end. I liked that T'Challa was talking and we got a nice little conversation with the Impossible City, and it not being able to see who the Twilight Court was and how they were fighting. It's like, ooh, what's that kind of thing? And then we've got Hyperion being disillusioned with what's going on. We, of course, got his compatriot going after Coulson with the Death Stone and everything. So, him just going like, I don't know what's truth and I don't know what's lie anymore, so I'm going to just destroy the world. It's like, oh, God. Oh, God. And then the little Wolverine and Deadpool thing at the bit was nice at the end. And we've got some nice stuff to look forward to with 3 Avengers things pretty much going on next month. That's kind of cool. So, yeah. So, I really enjoyed this, and I can't wait to see what kind of goes on. I like Sam. pretty much owning up that the Avengers failed with Orcus going after the mutants. They should have done more, and then offering Storm a place on the Avengers. I'm really looking forward to how she interacts with the Avengers, how that kind of changes the team dynamic, what kind of her objectives are going to be as a part of the team, and what she tries to do and help out, and how they try and help out mutants and everything. So there's a lot of kind of cool stuff going on there. It also helps that Jed McKay is like doing the From the Ashes and all that, and doing X-Men, so it'll be interesting to see tie-ins and everything there. And we're really getting close to issue 800, Legacy issue 783. Let's get there! So, those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.